Over the Christmas holidays, I saw the images of the bombardment in Gaza, and it really struck me that it was a desperate situation going to take place there. It's a very densely populated area with 1.5 million people living cheek by jowl, and if the Israeli army go in there with as they call, ground war, there is going to be a complete bloodbath with concerning civilians. And this absolutely concerns me as a mother and as a humanitarian. I am incredibly concerned about what the possibilities will be if Israel actually enters into Gaza.
What can you, as a celebrity, as a human rights campaigner, do?
Tomorrow there will be a procession, a march, a demonstration that will be taking place. It leaves the embankment in London here at 12:30, and we'll be walking up to Trafalgar Square, where there'll be a rally taking place. I will be one of the speakers there, including several other people, campaigners. This is, for me, it's not necessarily an issue of Palestinians against Jews. This is not about that. It is about a sensible way to find conflict resolution. And if the bombardment continues, and if a ground war continues, I'm afraid that the future looks very bleak. So we are demanding, and we are calling upon world leaders to make this an absolute urgent concern, that we prevent the future deaths of civilians in Gaza.
There are two sides, as you know. What about the deaths in Israel? Something like 5,500 rockets, mortars fired into Israel since 2005, indiscriminately.
Yes, that's right, and it has to stop, without any question, and there has to be a ceasefire. So there needs to be an absolutely watertight agreement between the two. But unfortunately, you know, since only a week, 420 people have died and 2,000 people have been injured, and that is only going to escalate. So I'm really concerned about what is going to happen in the Middle East.
Are you saying, Annie, that you don't think that the diplomatic efforts, I mean, we've heard from the White House today, we've heard from Downing Street, people are talking, President Sarkozy is visiting next week, they're still not doing enough?
Yes, that is what I'm saying, and I'd like to see more support from the general population. We need to voice our concerns. You know, back in 2003, before Great Britain was taken into the issue with Iraq, many people voiced their concerns, and we weren't all behind that invasion of Iraq. So I think it's very important that people speak up and they try to prevent a devastation.
You're talking about the humanitarian crisis as well. Inside Gaza, there was a ceasefire before
Absolutely.
Christmas that lasted for some time. It was Hamas that rescinded on that, fired rockets into Israel again. I mean, even the White House now is saying that Israel does have a right to defend itself, short of Hamas signing up to that. They are subjecting the Gazan people, the Palestinians, to this problem. How do you get through to a terrorist organisation?
I don't know, but you have to try. I don't have the solutions. I'm not a politician. But I hate to see deaths on either side. I have friends and family in Israel, and I don't think this is the best way to protect them either.